Why are people saying I'm late? Am I actually late? Hello and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. Hit that like button because this is your daily update. Of course, Chelsea smash Preston, of course, 4-0. Broya header, Raheem Sterling stars there. They struggled for a bit. But the big news is Liverpool want Michael Olise now. They want to trigger his release clause now. They want him in January. And also Everton are trying to steal Hannibal from going to Sevilla. Does that mean Onana is going towards Arsenal? Does that mean they are preparing for the departure of Onana, who Arteta is very interested in? We're going to talk about all of this as well. And also Werner to Spurs. Who would have thought? I actually have no idea why are Spurs signing Timo Werner. But we're going to talk about all of this. And also we're going to talk about Arsenal hosting Liverpool. Big game for Arsenal. A chance to advance in a trophy. Will Arteta play the bench? We'll see what it is. People. Hit that like button if you just joined me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. On the way to 10K people. Only 500 subs away from 10K. Absolutely. I'm going to show you the news, but just a glimpse. I can show you a glimpse of the news, of course. I can show you a glimpse of the news, of course. If you guys, it's right here. It's right here, and you can actually see it. I'm going to show you. Liverpool, immediately, they want to pay Arsenal, Man United target. It is Michael Olise, based on La Gazzetta dello Sport. They want Michael Olise now, but we're here first to start with Chelsea people. How did people look at the Chelsea game? What did you guys think about the Chelsea game? I actually was watching the game and I thought Chelsea were moving the ball all right. They won 4-0 Preston. It should not have been that tough, of course, but they made it tough for themselves, Chelsea. They made it very tough for themselves. They started with a strong lineup, Enzo and Caicedo in the middle. Awful first half, as people say. Awful first half, in my opinion. We can look at the stats as well. Terrible. They had, like, in the first half, they had 1 shot on target, 3 shots on target, 5 shots only. And I don't know what happened in the first half, but they looked so sluggish in the first, so sluggish in the first half somehow. Who are these Preston guys? They look like they were up for the fight. Like Malagusto trying to dribble on the left side, but come on. Should have been up. You're playing on your ground. And think about it this way. They were playing at Stamford Bridge against a team that is mid-table in the championship, and they were struggling to score a goal, and they were struggling to create clear-cut chances. Broya was trying to drop deep. Raheem Sterling trying to dribble on that right side. Didn't work out for him at all. And I'm like, Raheem, yes, at the end, if you look at the rating though, Raheem Sterling had like 9.5 at the end, because I believe he had like 2 assists, if I'm not, a goal and 2 assists, if I'm not mistaken, or an assist. But come on, you shouldn't be. In that first half, I was like, what am I watching? With all due respect, is this a championship game? What are we talking about here? It's nuts. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But Chelsea, in my opinion, they are struggling big time to create like this game for some reason against an opposition that were really tough defensively. But again, it's a championship team. What was that? Why you aren't creating enough chances in that first half, especially? Yes, in the second half, it opened up a little bit, and the score line. I don't think the score line reflects what happened actually in the game. Like Broya, by the way, was so poor in that first half. Yeah, he scored the goal. He was very poor in the first half. Very, very poor. Raheem Sterling, Mikhailo Mudrik. Give me a break about Mudrik. Give me a break about Mudrik. To be honest, it was a struggle to watch Chelsea in that first half. I don't know what it is, but they killed. Yeah, exactly. They killed it in the second half. We're talking about the first half, as Isa. Like in the first half, it was poor. Everybody was so seeing that. In the first half, it was very, very poor. Like I was talking about the second half, floodgates open and stuff like. But to be honest with you, I didn't think Chelsea in the first half too slow in the transition, trying to move the ball from back line to the forward line. It was tough. It was tough when the eye, but I kept at the game. I said there has to be something out of this game. Yes, 4-0. It doesn't reflect what happened in the game, to be honest. In the second half, Chelsea created chances left and right, of course. But yeah, that's credit to Poch, to be honest, because in the second half, he made some change, and I think it worked out. Yeah, like just like some changes tactically, in my opinion, it worked out at the end. But in that first half, it was kind of poor, very, very poor. Moving the ball was poor, like connecting passes was poor as well. Like in the first half, like I was watching the game and I'm like, tactically, you don't look great. You don't look great at all, in my opinion. But credit when credit is due, in the second half, they stepped up and FA Cup, and they made it work. And 4-0 is a statement win, like on the headlines. 4-0, it looked all right at the end, but in the first half, I didn't think it looked great, to be honest, at all. And the difference is between this Chelsea and the Chelsea that I've seen all season, people, is that Chelsea all season, majority of the time, they create chances, they just don't put the ball in the back of the net. But what I saw in the first half is that a Chelsea is slower than normal, struggling to create clear-cut chances, right? Yes, Lee, a statement win, because at the end, people will forget about the performance and they will only remember the result. So the people will remember that Chelsea won 4-0. So it makes a big difference. When you win 4-0, if Chelsea won 1-0, 2-0, at the end, people will look at this result and I think they will say, we won 4-0. A lot of people will forget about I'm telling you, I'm coming from the other side. People will forget about it. And then in a week or two, people will just remember that it will be like just only 4-0. Chelsea won 4-0. Cole Palmer looked okay, which is not bad at all. So it looks all right, to be honest. However, I'm still thinking that Chelsea need to invest heavily for a striker, to be honest. Need to invest heavily in a striker, in my opinion. They need a striker deep. Yes, Roya scored a header, but again, I don't think he was great. But again, listen, I'm going to say again, Chelsea still control the ball. And we cannot judge him in this game. But at the end, it was at the end a 4-0 looked all right on the paper, right? Almost 150 people here. And listen, people, I need you to hit that like button because it makes a big difference for the channel. We need to get to 100 likes as soon as possible, people. As soon as possible. So the like button underneath the live chat, hit that like button for me, please. Yeah, no, I don't think that's happening. Henderson might go back, but his wage is so big. Unless he's gonna get it, like he's gonna be not talk about. We'll talk about the transfers in a bit, but I want to talk about tomorrow's game a little bit. But before I talk about the Arsenal versus Liverpool game, exactly, people say exactly. You guys, at least Chelsea scored 4 goals, which is I said that, and to be honest, I said that at the end. At least it's 4 goals. 4 goals means 4 goals. So at the end, the result looked like 4, looks all right on the screen. But I want to talk about the transfer market for Chelsea. It looks like I'm not seeing Chelsea actually going and putting big bids for other people. So it's kind of like a little bit like I'm waiting for the Chelsea big statement January signing. Even they signed Modric, Enzo Fernandez last winter. So I'm waiting for that one. I'm waiting for that one, that big statement signing for Chelsea. Are they gonna go? I doubt they're gonna go for Osimhen. It's too much. It's too much money. But I think I'm waiting for Chelsea to jump on like Michael Olise, like, you know, to jump on Onana, to get a Paulinho. But I don't think they need a midfielder. They need a maybe a striker. Like maybe they go like Oli Watkins is not gonna leave Aston Villa to go to them. Like they go get like a Dominic Solanke. You know what I mean? But to be honest with you, I'm not sure they're actually gonna go and get like 150 million or 120 million even pound for Osimhen in this window. I'm not sure. So yeah, I agree with you, HH. I don't think you're gonna go like that big in this window. Big up the people that joined, of course, from Igal Talks Football. Thank you, Igal. Big up, Igal. Guys, check out Igal channel, of course, Igal Talks Football. They were just doing a preview for the Arsenal versus Liverpool, and it was a great one with Osam Rams, of course, on Igal's channel, and Gunnar Souls, of course. It looked all right. It was very, very interesting preview for the game tomorrow, which is I'm going to talk about the game tomorrow. I'm going to see what do we expect from the game tomorrow, to be honest. So the Arsenal people, say that they should play the starting 11, the good ones, the starting 11, while some of the Liverpool people are saying that we are seeing talks about, yeah, Liverpool might play Ben Doak or whoever, this and that. I'm actually not sure. Should Liverpool prioritize this competition or not? I'm actually not sure, to be honest. We can actually look together, but in my opinion, I think Liverpool should take this game seriously because, well, it's a competition. Liverpool can win this one, can win the Premier League, can win the Europa League, but I think they should take it seriously for a couple of reasons, though. For a couple of reasons. I think actually Liverpool should do this just because to put Arsenal down. Because imagine if Liverpool win against Arsenal at the Emirates, cup or no cup. Remember last season when Man City won against Arsenal in the cup, it made a big difference in the Arsenal season. I believe these head-to-head games make a big impact mentally on people, in my opinion. Like if Liverpool go to the Emirates tomorrow and win tomorrow, I think it makes a massive difference in their season, but also in Arsenal season. Arsenal are a direct opponent, are a direct competitor in the Premier League. Arsenal are going head to head with Man City and Liverpool. So I think it makes a big difference in that aspect, in my opinion. Like they should go tough in this game. They, like, to be honest, like Liverpool should play their team, should be Gakpo. I don't know if Nunes is gonna play, which is I'm gonna talk about who I think Liverpool should start on. I think actually, in my opinion, Liverpool should actually put in a strong 11. Maybe, I'm not sure if he's going to rest Van Dijk and play Konsa and maybe Konati instead of playing Van Dijk. Callagher is going to play. There is no left back, so it has to be Gomez. Trent is going to be there. I think Liverpool actually should go with a good team. He shouldn't just play some youngsters. But in the same time, I believe when do Liverpool play after this? They don't play until next week, until they play in the Cup against Fulham. They don't play in the weekend. So Liverpool have a week off. So I think should go with the strongest 11. Arsenal as well. They don't have a game soon. So absolutely, they should absolutely play the strongest starting 11. But let me tell you where I think the game will be won. In my opinion, it's for Liverpool Football Club. In my opinion, I think it should be Darwin Núñez in the spaces behind Gabriel or William Saliba. The reason why I'm saying that, because Arsenal aren't going to sit deep. Arsenal play on their ground. They play at the Emirates. Arsenal will not sit deep. Arsenal will try to press Liverpool. Arsenal will try to impose their game plan on the game. Arsenal will try hard to actually be the team that is on the front foot in this game. So with that being said, that means there will be spaces behind. And when there are spaces, you need a quick player. And the quick player can be Darwin Núñez. Diego Jota can play on the right side. or you can play Gakpo on the right side. But I still think that in this game, Darwin Núñez should be someone who starts the game. And maybe later you bring in, if it's not working, you bring in Jota, because Arsenal are going to start the game trying to be on the front foot. It's as simple as that. But I just spoke about Chelsea Nawaf. Probably you need to rewind. You need to rewind the tape a little bit. We're 15 minutes in and we spoke about Chelsea. So you're starting late a little bit, Nawaf. But yeah, to be honest, I actually think that Darwin Núñez will play a big aspect. You remember when I told you the last game that Liverpool played? The last game that Liverpool played, when Liverpool played against Burnley, and Burnley kind of didn't sit deep in the beginning of the game, I actually think that that will make a big difference, because Núñez can play in these spaces, and he will actually give Saliba and Gabriel headache, because he runs into these channels, he runs to these spaces. Trent can find him from a deeper areas, and I think actually it will give them headaches. Good evening, Philip. Thank you so much for joining. Massive respect. Thank you so much, Philip. Congratulations on Newcastle win against Sunderland, of course, Philip. So, in my opinion, I think Núñez will play a massive factor. It's Jota and also Diaz. Diaz on that side against Ben White. I actually think last game Diaz wasn't bad against Newcastle. And I think Luis Diaz will absolutely have a massive impact in this game. That only if Diaz gets to the same form as before, if Diaz plays like the Diaz that we knew from before, I think it makes a big difference. As for Arsenal, though, I don't know why I have this feeling that Arsenal, he's gonna play Kai Havertz again. I think he's gonna rest Martinelli and he's gonna play Trossard, in my opinion. Declan Rice might be in the sixth, but I have this. I'm not sure if Jorginho is injured for Arsenal. It doesn't say if Jorginho is injured or not. If Jorginho is fit, I have this feeling that he's gonna try to play Jorginho, Declan Rice, and Odegaard. I just have this feeling. In my opinion, I think it's gonna be Declan Rice on the left to have more control of the game. It goes to replay. It goes to replay. It goes to replay if there is a draw. Guys, there's over 200 people here, so I think it would be nice if you guys like the video, in my opinion. So just like the video. I'm not, but I just think that it will be used in this game. Guys, there's 200 people, 200 plus people here, so we need the likes to go up a little bit. We're not even on 100 likes, which is, I think that's embarrassing, in my opinion. Please get me to at least 100, 150 likes. It makes a big difference for the channel, of course. It makes a big difference for us to go to different people, to get different subscribers here. So hit that like button, people, because it means a lot to us here on the channel. It means a lot to me, of course. And of course, tomorrow is going to be a big game. If Arsenal lose tomorrow, I think questions need to be asked. Questions need to be asked. If Arsenal lose, because you're playing at home against a Liverpool team without Mohamed Salah, I think it's a big difference. I think they need to win the game. I think the pressure is more on Arsenal than Liverpool. If Liverpool lose tomorrow, I think actually it doesn't make a big difference in their. They're still in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. They're still in the Europa League. They are top of the league. I think it's Arsenal, though. If Arsenal don't win tomorrow, I think it's, like, to be honest, hell breaks loose, to be honest. Like, if Arsenal don't win tomorrow, and they have to win, Arteta has to find the form back. Back-to-back losses aren't good enough. Arsenal, tactically, I think they win the game. Trossard on the Trent side, if Trent inverts. Endo, I think, is gone to the Asian Cup as well, so there is no Endo. So McAllister comes back. I think that's a big thing. But McAllister isn't great defensively like Endo, but he dictates the game. So I think Arsenal can exploit that area in the midfield. I think tomorrow, with McAllister starts in the DEM, I think that's Odegaard's area. Odegaard's need to be the guy who dictates the game in that area. So, in my opinion, Again, I think there are a lot of keys in this matchup. There's a lot of keys in this matchup. There's a lot of areas where both teams can expose the other teams. It's who's going to perform individually better. That's what I think. I want you guys in the chat to let me know, who do you think individually, what is the main player tomorrow that will win their team the game? In my opinion, I believe, right, if Diaz steps up tomorrow, Liverpool win the game. And I believe if Odegaard steps up tomorrow, Arsenal will win the game. I think this is what it is. It's not only behind Trent. I think Odegaard, because of McAllister being there, and there is nobody defensively, there is no Endo because he went to the Asian Cup. I think, in my opinion, I don't think Havertz is going to start. I don't think Havertz might start tomorrow. I think it's going to be Odegaard in that area. He needs to have a good game, in my opinion. Yes, I'm hearing that Jota thing, but I believe that Luis Diaz has to have a good game on that left side. Diaz cannot be a passenger tomorrow for Liverpool. What do I expect, to be honest? I actually expect Arsenal to win the game. Without Mohamed Salah, it will be a shock for Liverpool, in my opinion. I believe Liverpool will have to adjust. Arsenal don't. I'm not sure if Alisson will play tomorrow. I think he might play Keller. He's a man of principle. I think he might play Keller tomorrow. And I believe that it's Odegaard's game. Tomorrow is the game for Odegaard. There's no Endo. There is time for you to work. McAllister isn't the best defensively. He's coming back from the stitches or the injury. I actually think that it's Arsenal's game tomorrow to lose. It's not Liverpool's game to lose. I think it's Arsenal's game to lose. I'm not Onib. Maybe I don't know. I'm speculating. I'm not in the room with them. But if Arsenal lose tomorrow the game, I think there has to be questions asked. That's the second competition. He lost the Carabao Cup. He lost the FA Cup. Now everything, all the eggs are in the Premier League's basket and in the Champions League's basket. I think that's not going to be good. Unless you guys are telling me that Kella, as Toxic Stash is saying, isn't good enough to start now. Like he got one bad performance, if I'm not mistaken. And people said against Crystal Palace, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe that it might be Keller tomorrow. He's not just going to kill the guy and not play him at all. I think it will be his game, in my opinion. But I think it's going to be a tough game. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to give us a lot of indication. This game will give me a lot of indications about Arsenal more than Liverpool. As I said before, Liverpool lose the game tomorrow. I think it doesn't matter. I think Liverpool will just move on, as I said. Arsenal, if they lose tomorrow and they can't handle the pressure, that will be 3 games in a row when they lose. And I think actually questions have to be asked. I think there's going to be a meltdown. 4 games without a win. There will be like 6 games, 1 win, starting from the PSV game. So I think, in my opinion, this might be the beginning of the end for Arteta if he loses the game tomorrow. If Arteta loses the game tomorrow, it might be the beginning of an end, in my opinion, for Arteta, in my opinion. But we'll see. I think we'll see. Arsenal will play better because it's not a league game. But that's what I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm actually not disagreeing with what you're saying at all. I'm just saying that tomorrow it gives me an indication about, can Arsenal recover? Can Arsenal stand up again after falling down rather than Liverpool? Like, I don't think Liverpool, it matters for them as much. Yes, of course it matters. But I think if Liverpool lose tomorrow, it will be, let's move on. We still have 3 other competitions to focus on. Top of the league, as I said, Europa League is your favorite. And I actually think that it will make a difference. So it won't make a difference. But if Arsenal lose tomorrow, the meltdown is going to start. People are going to say Arteta out. People are going to question actually if they should back him or not. So I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I think so. So Nawaf is saying, why Mo? Don't you trust the rise of Arteta's Arsenal? So I said Arteta did that last year good with Arsenal. He did very, very well with Arsenal last year. Arteta, bro, developed Saka, developed Martinelli. Odegaard even coming from Real Madrid. Real Madrid didn't want him. And at the end, he went to Arsenal. He had a very, very good season. Ben White as well. You remember people last year were saying Ben White was one of the best right backs in the league. Saliba, yes, he came from the French league. Yes, he was an Arsenal on loan and then he came back. Gabriel. But again, one season without winning a trophy isn't enough, right? It is not enough. So if they drop now, they lose 3 games in a row, 2 competitions are done and dusted for them. You are fourth in the league. I think this is the beginning of the meltdown. I think this will be the beginning of the end of Arteta's era. Remember, Arteta, when they come back, they play Crystal Palace, they play Nottingham Forest, and then they play Liverpool again. Yes, at the Emirates, and then they play West Ham away. I think maybe by February, they might be out of a title race completely. That's a big deal, isn't it? That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Imagine if Arsenal are out of a title race by February, by mid-February. I think this is going to be done. Who do you think is the better team? To be honest, it's like based on this season, Liverpool are the better team than Arsenal this season. It's as simple as that. But again, Arsenal can recover. But now, let's talk about, to be honest, what do we think is going to happen in the transfer market? You guys want to hear about this Olise thing to Liverpool. So I woke up and about like some hours ago, and first, we are on 111 likes. There's 230 people here. So I need you to hit that like button to give me 150 likes. The reason why I asked for the likes is that the like button is the only way this channel is going to grow. So the like button underneath the your live chat, close the live chat and come back chat with me. So we can reach 250 people, 300 people. We can look at Olise's actually injury record. So we can actually, I'm looking at Olise's injury record because someone asked me, isn't Olise an injury prone player? So we can actually look at stats. We can see the injury history of Michael Olise. So Olise had 2020, 21, 22 had one injury, but then he had a hamstring injury from last season towards November. And that's it. That's the only injury he had during his career. Olise had only missing from last June towards November because it was just, is that Olise links for January? Yes. So you guys want to see that? I'm going to actually read the news with you. So this is Football 365 is saying Liverpool are reportedly stepping up their interest in Arsenal and Manchester United. You can see on the screen Michael Olise, who could leave Crystal Palace this month. Olise is on the radar of the Premier League club after his excellent start to the 2023-2024 season with Crystal Palace. The Frenchman has 5 goals and an assist in 9 Premier League games. So in here it says, to get it done, this Liverpool are said to be willing to pay the fee of 52 million to 60 million to force Palace into the sale this month, right? So the fact is that Liverpool, they want to do what Chelsea did for Enzo. Is like, we want to get away from the competition that is going to happen in the summer. So let's get him here. Let's get him to Liverpool. I think actually Olise would be absolutely ridiculous at Liverpool. I actually think Olise would be absolutely amazing at Liverpool. I'm actually comparing Olise to the other wingers that actually played this season. I think Olise, dribbling wise, crossing wise, I think he's absolutely phenomenal, Michael Olise. I think he's going to add a lot to Liverpool. Is he going to play on Mohamed Salah? No. But Mohamed Salah is actually, what is the source? I can actually let you know the source if you give me a second. These are all rumors, of course. Right? The source is Paisley Gates. from La Gazzetta dello Sport. So basically, it's from La Gazzetta dello Sport, right? This is Leslie Gates. This is the guy. I think he is a journalist for La Gazzetta dello Sport. He covers the English transfers for the Italian newspaper, and that's I think so. This is what I think, to be honest with you. I'm actually not 100% sure, but this is what it is. This is what it says. This is what it says in the thing. So I actually think it might be real. Liverpool, it might be real. So imagine if Liverpool get this guy, like how good he can play on the right, he can play on the left. I know that he can play on the right side, but he's gonna be the understudy for Mohamed Salah. So Michael Olise isn't. I don't think he's that old actually as well. Like I don't think Michael Olise is that old as well. Michael Olise is 22 years old, so this can be your long-term replacement for Mohamed Salah. It will be absolutely nuts. If you get this done, that would be absolutely nuts because Michael Olise adds a lot to Liverpool. In my opinion, yes, he's not going to play every game, but imagine if Mohamed Salah needs a rest. Imagine if you want to shift Mohamed Salah to be the center forward and you have Michael Olise on the right side. That would be massive for Liverpool, won't it? It will be absolutely ridiculous, in my opinion. So, Michael Olise, let's compare his attribute. Let's compare his stats. You guys know the drill, of course. So, let's look it up. I'm just getting it done at the moment. Michael Olise. Let's say it's wingers. Let's say Michael Olise versus who is in the Premier League that we should be compared to Michael Olise? Kudus. For example, Mohamed Kudus. If I show you this, guys, you guys will be astonished. This is the comparison between Mohamed Kudus and Michael Olise. Michael Olise is in the blue, the key passes, the XG, the dribbles, the off action, the carries. Michael Olise is ridiculous. I love Michael Olise actually. Let's compare him to Bukayo Saka. So Bukayo Saka has, let me just remove Kudus. So Bukayo Saka is better in assists because he has more assists. Remember, because he has more assists because he played way more games. Michael Olise has one assist only because he played 9 games. But Bukayo Saka is more of, he's turning into, he scores goals, he has assists as well. But I think Michael Olise has proved the progressive passing. Bukayo Saka is more, but the successful, of course, Michael Olise is better dribbler, as you can see here. He's better dribbler. Of course, he has less assists. Key passes is higher than Bukayo Saka. Offensive action, he's more, and he played probably less than half the minutes of Bukayo Saka. That's a completely different. So I think actually Cole Palmer. Oh, Cole Palmer doesn't have anything on Michael Olise, in my opinion. He has nothing on Michael Olise. But anyway, I'm not gonna go into every single one. But Bailey, of course, from Aston Villa. So Bailey is nuts. Bailey is right there. But I think only dribbles. Michael Olise is a dribbler. So yes. Anyway, long story short, I actually believe that imagine if Michael Olise goes to Liverpool, where do you think he is gonna play? Is he gonna play on the right? Is he gonna sit on the bench? Is he gonna play on the left for Luis Diaz? Because is Luis Diaz not performing at the moment? I actually think that Michael Olise, I think there has to be a bidding war. Will there be a bidding war? What site was that? This is Data MB. It's very famous for comparing attributes for football players as well. It actually put them in percentile as well. So you gotta know that a lot of people do that. Why will Michael Olise go to Man United? I don't think so. He might rotate a little bit between Mohamed Salah and but Mohamed Salah doesn't rotate. Mohamed Salah might switch to the center, but remember, Mohamed Salah isn't staying forever. There has to be a life after Mohamed Salah. People have to think that. People have to think that there has to be a life after Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah isn't staying at Liverpool forever, is he though? Like you have to understand this. Mohamed Salah, you have to have another option for Mohamed Salah. But Liverpool, though, do they need a center back? Yes. Michael Olise, to be honest, is good for them, but they still need a center back because Konate is injury prone. However, let me just tell you guys something. I'm actually convinced this guy Konsa can be a good weapon. Liverpool need a left back, in my opinion, until one of the two left backs come back. Do Liverpool actually in need for a left back? I'm actually not sure though. You have Van Dijk, Konate is there. This guy Konza is stepping up big time. So you have three center backs. Yes, you are in 4 competitions. But who is a top center back that will come in and sit on the bench all the time on that left side? Unless you get a right-sided center back that will compete with Konate. I don't think it's gonna happen. Like the problem is if you get a right-sided center back, you hinder the development of Konza, and Konate will have to sit on the bench unless you get a left center back that can play a left back, the likes of Gavardiol, Bastoni. I'm just giving some names. Schlotterbeck from Dortmund, some kind of left-footed, like even the Hernandez guy that went to Paris Saint-Germain. You're not getting him from Paris Saint-Germain, but that guy, similar to that way, similar to that player of the football. So Inacio, yes, a left-footed center back that can play a left back, because you aren't going to attract a top talent and tell him, yeah, come in. Yeah, I'm just giving an example, Charlie, so don't be stupid, Charlie. I'm just giving someone similar to Bastoni, Gavardio, a Colwell, for example, someone that can play a left-sided center back, but also can play a left back. That's what I mean by that. So someone like this, I don't know. I'm not a scout, but that's the type of a center back that Liverpool can attract. A left-footed center back, because you aren't going to get an out-and-out a center back and tell him, yeah, come in for 50 million or 40 million and sit on the bench. Unless Liverpool can scout someone for 20, 30 million and make them an understudy for Virgil van Dijk. That can happen. Yes. Who said we want Olise? Reports are saying you want Olise. That's what the reports are saying. Who knows it's going to happen? Is it going to happen? Liverpool were looking for a forward at the moment, maybe. But I think it might be true. I'm just reporting the news. So it is what it is. Release clause, Michael Olise might leave. But going back to the Liverpool center back, guys, we're almost at 150 likes. Like button. I need to keep reminding you, underneath your live chat, the like button look like this. So hit that like button so we can get more viewers and more views underneath your live chat. Hit that like button, of course. This is more chicken salad last season being elite. This is more chicken salad last season being. I'm not getting this comment. Olise fits City like a glove. Yes, he does. But actually, at the moment. But going forward, Olise is a very direct winger. So he's a good replacement for Mohamed Salah. Just to answer Football Gossipers' comment. So it's very, very important, in my opinion, to remember Mohamed Salah isn't staying forever. Mohamed Salah might need an understudy at some point, right? So Michael Olise, 22 years old, can develop under Mohamed Salah and can develop under Jurgen Klopp and can be a weapon for Liverpool Football Club. Mohamed Salah wouldn't be here forever. He wouldn't be at Liverpool forever. Big up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, also if you want to send questions, if you want to support the channel, send in your questions. Send in your questions if you want to have anything about that. So this is very, very important. The Liverpool center back, people are talking about Gonzalo Inacio center back. Yeah, absolutely. I'm here for it. I'm here for a Liverpool center back. But let me ask you guys something. Do we think that Liverpool have any hole in their starting 11 at the moment? Do we think that Liverpool at the moment have any holes in their starting 11 that needs to be filled? With the way Indo is playing at the moment, I don't think there is a hole. Like, I don't think Liverpool have, like Arsenal, for example, left-sided midfielder, there is a hole there that needs to be filled. Chelsea need a striker tomorrow. to start. Like if a striker comes in for Chelsea Football Club, they start tomorrow. While Endo have been performing, so there is no hole in this Liverpool. So that's what I mean. Endo has not been great in the beginning of the season. He played, people said no, people said he isn't good enough. But Endo have been stepping up in the last 3-4 weeks. He has been stepping up big time. So he can be a stopgap until the summer, but I don't know if Endo can stay at this form until the end of the season. There are no guarantees, of course, but there are no guarantees that Declan Rice will play like this towards the end of the season. There are no guarantees that Doku will be like this towards the end of the season. There are no guarantees in life, right? But the way Endo is performing right now, I don't think Liverpool have a hole in their starting 11 at the moment, because he is performing. He's putting crunch in tackles. He's actually providing coverage for everything. Of course, the left back is the one. Thank you so much. This is it. So this is it. The obvious weak link is the left back and CDM, but more recently, I may have to say a striker. But the left back thing, if you don't get a left back, is Gomez gonna start until one of Robertson or Tsimikas come back? I think that's very questionable. Can Gomez step up there? At DM there, I said it. If you get up, if you're gonna get, okay, so hear me out. If Liverpool are gonna go get a Paulinho, get someone from that caliber, you know what I mean? Yes, we say that Liverpool will actually improve on it. But Liverpool at the moment, they shouldn't just go and get me a 20 million pound player or a 15 million pound player. Yeah, this is the DM we want. I think that's bullshit. That's garbage, though. That's actually not what Liverpool should do, right? But I want to move on to from Liverpool to Arsenal Football Club. The reason why I put Onana on the thumbnail to Arsenal in Arsenal jersey, because yes, Mr. Link, I know that you called someone until and Robertson is also, so you don't need a left back then. So good. So everything is good. Yes, everything is good. Arsenal Football Club. What Arsenal need? They need a left-sided midfielder, because I don't think Havertz is it. They are putting Smith Rowe on the market. El Nenni can go. So they need a left-sided midfielder. Thomas Partey, they said couple of weeks. Arteta said couple of weeks until he's back. So I'm not sure if he's the solution. Can Declan Rice play the left 8? He can. Is he going to give you a top left 8? Also, Arsenal still in the Champions League. Can you just rely on 3 midfielders and 4, including Jorginho? Is that the midfield that Arsenal have now? Because I don't consider Ahmed. I can talk about your team, Ahmed, but to be honest with you, I talk a lot about Aston Villa. I talk a lot about Aston Villa when they win, when they won against Arsenal, when they won against City. I do a lot, Ahmed. We always talk about Aston Villa, but I promise you, I'll make a stream where I talk more about Aston Villa. But you aren't as active in the transfer market as Arsenal, Liverpool, and these guys. We'll talk. We will speak about Newcastle when Philip is here. Yes, 100%. We'll give a talk about Newcastle. But let me just go back to Arsenal Football Club, and the reason why I put Onana there, because Onana might be the guy for Arsenal on that left side. However, does Onana actually solve Arsenal's problem? I will do the comparison in a bit. Does Onana actually give Arsenal something they need? Is Onana the guy to play that left midfield side? Is Onana the guy to release Odegaard now? Thank you, JC. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to hit that like button, guys, before you go. Onana, in my opinion, provides something for Arsenal that maybe Declan Rice provides. What does Onana offer? Hard work, tackles, interceptions, stopping transitions. So why is Onana linked to Arsenal? Why is Arteta? Why are the news saying that he is linked to Arsenal? And also today, Hannibal, the Manchester United midfielder who is linked and who is almost going to Sevilla is being hijacked by Everton. So does that mean that free Onana to go to Arsenal though? Does that mean that Onana is free for the right price to go to Arsenal? Can Arsenal go? I think his price will be 50 million or something like that, 60 million max. But that's kind of strange because I don't think they need that type of a player. A number 8 that doesn't do a lot of forward thing. He's not great on the ball. Like, I'm not sure why are Arsenal looking for Onana, but it kind of Hannibal to them, to Everton, Onana to go to Arsenal, to put Declan Rice in the 8. Where does Onana actually? Onana plays in a crunching midfield for Everton when they don't have ball position, they don't play on the front foot, they don't pass the ball at all. I think they are 17th in the league in passing completions. Why would Arteta go for someone like this? This is absolutely nuts. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I actually don't think that's the right move for Arsenal. I think they should just stay clear from that because I'm gonna compare Onana to Amadou Onana from Everton to Partey last year, Thomas Partey, and if you see it, it's astonishing. Actually, look at this. Onana doesn't do at all in terms of key passes, forward passes, dribbling. All he does is just win duels. So why are you linked with this guy? There is no reason for you to be linked with someone like this. And if Arteta does that, I'll start questioning this guy. To be honest, why are you went and signed Kai Havertz for 65 million pounds, wasting the money on him, and you're gonna go after Onana, who isn't great on the ball, doesn't do passes. You are trying to play a position-based football. Why are you signing? Why are you looking into this guy? Because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. This news Onana to Arsenal thing. Like, every time I'm opening the news now about Arsenal, it's Onana. Arteta likes Onana. Arteta likes Onana from Everton. And then today, this Hannibal thing. That's kind of weird though. That's kind of so strange. It's like, why are you linked to Onana? Like, you need that box to box. And Onana, 70 million pounds. Go put that money. I know Onana's young though. He's 22 years old. Go put that money, the 70 or 60 million pounds, in someone like Kimmich. I'm not buying this. Oh, I need to have a young squad. You need to have experience in the squad in your starting 11. Declan Rice is 24. Odegaard is 24. Kai Havertz is 24. Jesus is whatever, 26. Saka's 22, 23. Martin, give me an experienced player in that midfield. Look at what Gundogan offered Man City last year. It doesn't make any sense. Why is he linked to someone like Onana? And I'm like, what is this? Arteta likes Onana. Arteta's interested, and Arteta is admirer of the Belgium. Are you an idiot, Arteta? You're challenging for the league. You're 5 points behind the freaking leaders. Your offense isn't creating chances. You bozo, go sign someone who actually can do the number 8 box to box, not from a team that is playing one of the lowest blocks in the league, don't have ball position, doesn't complete passes, play on the counter attack. What are you trying to do? Like, what is this? He's definitely guilty. He is absolutely guilty. Go offer Kimmich a big wage. Go offer Kimmich a big wage, bro. Go get an experienced player in the midfield. I don't know who you get. Go get somebody from La Liga or something. I don't know. But don't just go after Onana. Like, but you don't need this freaking Partey thing. Like, this Partey's injured. I'm gonna get Onana. How is that? It's like, it's nuts. Anyway, long story short, I think he's an idiot. I don't think he's great for like this If that transfer happens, I would genuinely start asking questions about why they are giving him money. To be honest, I'm gonna start believing people when they say he shouldn't be given money. In my opinion, just because it doesn't make any sense. There is a news that came out, and I wanted to talk to you guys about. Do we think that Benzema to Man United is something that may, do you like, stopgap for 6 months? He has a high. No, I'm not buying this. In my opinion, I think this Benzema to Man United is rubbish. They won't pay his wage. He's at the end of his career. I think this thing is just maybe clickbait. Maybe the same as that. Wallahi, that Olise went to Liverpool makes more sense than Benzema to Man United. Unless, who's going to pay the wage? Like Benzema, yes, he's too old. Benzema is too old. And why is he going to do? Why is he going to do? Yes, Nawaf. Let's get 10K this week. Yes, people. Share this video. We're getting new names. There are a lot of new names, actually, that I haven't seen before. A lot of new names that I haven't seen before in the chat. And I appreciate the people that share this video. You guys share it. I'm getting new names. I'm getting people in the comments. Actually, in the my comment section after the video is flying because of new names. There's a lot of new names. I love this. I'm loving what you guys are doing. Absolutely. I love the people that share the videos. I love the people that help me with this channel. Listen, it's not 9,500 subs is not easy, but it is great. It is great. The last thing before I open it to questions, because you know me, I like to do solos. I like to do questions, of course, right? I like to do questions. I'm going to just let you guys just a couple of seconds, to be honest. Timo Werner. Yes, I'm going to talk about Mark. I'm going to get I start your question. Of course, if you guys support the channel and send super chats, I'll appreciate it. Supporting the channel keeps us going as well. That will actually be very good as well. I'm going to start your comment. If you give me a question or super chat, of course, I'm going to prioritize the super chat, of course. But of course, I'm just doing something on the side, to be honest, because I need to. Hussam has a stream at 11 where he celebrates 25K. So I'm just trying to, you stay on this video. Oh, Paul just subbed. Love, Paul, love. New subscriber, people. Bigger Paul. Thank you, Paul. So people, send me questions if you want, but let me just get you a couple of things. And I'm going to start laughing, to be honest. I'm going to start laughing when I say that. My guy, Timo Werner, to Spurs. What happened to Spurs? What happened to Spurs? Are they stupid, though? Are they stupid? Right? Timo Werner. Let me show you. Timo Werner played 200 minutes for Leipzig this season. Timo Werner played 200 minutes. And you want to sign the guy. Timo Werner played 200 minutes. He doesn't fit Ange's system. He doesn't fit Ange's system. What are you guys talking about? What are people saying? Timo Werner was a good player 4 years ago before he joined Chelsea. He went to Chelsea. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. I'm going to look at his stats. Timo Werner, like actual stats. Like how many games he played. How many, because it doesn't make any sense. What is this? Timo Werner is like, he played 200 minutes this season in the Bundesliga, right? And Spurs to go out when they need a forward and to sign this guy. That's nothing. Mo needs a 10. I said I'm going to answer your question. People that send questions, I'm going to answer them. But let me do the super chat. Of course, Mafia Boss, big up. He's too intelligent for his own good. Big up for the super chat. First super chat of this show, people. So if you want to support the channel, send us a question or send us a comment. That would be great for us. Of course, big up Mafia Boss for that super chat. I'm actually checking Mr. Timo Werner, and I'm gonna show you guys now on the screen what Timo Werner has this year. 8 appearances. He played 200 minutes. Wallahi, it's a joke. It's an absolute joke, right? 200 minutes in the Bundesliga. 200 minutes in the Bundesliga. And why are Spurs signing this guy on loan? He's going to pay his wage. Why? I think a championship player would be better. But however, I'm going to say that if Ange Postecoglou can get a tune out of Richarlison, he might be able to get a tune out of Timo Werner. But he might use Timo Werner in the transition, on the counter-attack. He might use Timo Werner on the counter-attack. But Spurs don't play on the counter-attack. Spurs don't do that. Spurs don't play on the counter-attack. I think it's an absolute stupid move. It's an idiotic move. I don't know why would they sign Timo Werner. The guy played 200 minutes in the Bundesliga this year, and I'm not getting it. I don't get it. Like Timo Werner. What did Timo Werner do? Like, I don't get it, to be honest. Timo Werner isn't. Timo Werner, I don't know. Like, Spurs shouldn't be going for someone like this. They should be. You know what? When I had this, he doesn't even have stats this season, people. He doesn't have stats this season. When I was talking about Spurs yesterday, when we were talking about it, we were talking about Spurs have to go out, back the manager, get him this. They have to get a center back. They're gonna get Dragusin guy. Mo, it's a stopgap until the summer. But it's not a good stopgap, ya akhi. Zar, it's not even a good stopgap for Spurs. It isn't. This is not a good stopgap. Like, why are you getting, like, what is he gonna play? Is he gonna bench Richarlison? So from a bum to a bum? Unless you're telling me, I'm not slandering Spurs. We were talking yesterday about this, and we said, and Alan, and go watch the show yesterday. They said that they need to show that the manager is getting backed. The manager is getting backed. I don't think he's better than Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson actually is developing by the game. So why are people telling me that he's better than Brennan Johnson? He isn't. Have you guys watched Timo Werner lately? Have you watched Timo Werner at Chelsea, the guy that stumbles upon himself? I'm being serious. Have you guys watched Timo Werner? Like, it's nuts, bro. Like, I'm not getting this. Like, how many games did he play last season? I'm trying to check his stats of last season as well. Like, maybe I'm wrong or something, because that doesn't make any sense. Like, Spurs should go and sign someone better, to be honest. Like, if they need, like, it's not a low risk. So yes, it's a low risk because it's a loan, right? But he takes a spot on the roster. Maybe they should have gone and got somebody else. If Ange can get something out of him, maybe. I'm not sure. But listen, there might be something out there. It's a very underwhelming signing. They are challenging for top 4. And if this is, okay, so hear me out. This is my argument. If he get a tune out of him and they are in a battle for top 4. So that's the risk. The risk is that you might have wasted a wage, because they're going to pay his wage. You might have wasted this window. You're going to sign one forward player. You might have wasted that signing on Timo Werner, where you could have went out and signed someone better. Someone that is already on top form this season, even from a lower half of the season table, lower half of the table this season. You go get someone from Bournemouth, from whatever team, right? And you maybe spend a little bit of money, but they get you top 4, and you will say, we invested well. You hear my argument here? But if this one doesn't bang, and if this one doesn't work, Spurs fans, and I promise you this, at the end of the season, well, in the January transfer window, we should have signed someone else because now we lost the games when Son wasn't here. Does that make sense to you people? I hope that that makes a lot of sense, because in my head, that makes a lot of sense. You're going back the manager with someone that is playing well at the moment, that is going to come in and Postecoglou right away will get something out of the guy. You score a couple of goals until Son is back, until Madison is back, and then you embed them in the squad. They are an option, right? You are going for the cup. You can rotate. And then, see, so Zar, I want to address this comment. If he does well, yes, you will be happy. But are you going to tell me here, are you going to tell me, Zar, and I'm going to get the other comment. Are you going to tell me today that you are happy with this signing? If this is your only forward signing for this January transfer window, are you going to tell me that you're happy? That you're not sitting by yourself worried, what if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't work? You're going to tell me, what if this doesn't work? Like, I get it. People say, we'll be here in the summer when this, we'll be here when this work. I will let you know when Havertz score a goal, like what you guys said, right? If it works, it works. I'm going to say I'm wrong. But are there signs that says that Timo Werner will work? Is Timo Werner playing well now, so you are getting him and telling me that it's going to work? I'm talking about there is an opportunity for Spurs today. There is an opportunity for Spurs now. There is an opportunity for Spurs today to get top 4. Arsenal aren't performing well. Aston Villa are there. Man United are struggling. Chelsea are struggling. Right? Newcastle are struggling. There is an opportunity for Spurs to get top 4 now. To get top 4. You get a forward, you might get top 4. You go get a forward. You invest now in a good forward. And Ange gets a player, right, that can get an output now. I don't know. In Portugal, there are players. In Italy, there is the guy that played for Bologna. You get a guy now. And instead of risking Timo Werner and seeing if it's going to work or not going to work, you are not sure that this is going to work. You aren't sure. This might not work at all. And he might be a bum. And he might send him at the end of the season. And Spurs might regret that. It might work. But I see no signs. I see no signs of this work. Example of someone tells me, we're going out and putting all our eggs in Lukaku's basket now. Someone tell me, yes. Like if Man United go tomorrow and say, we're getting Lukaku on loan from Roma. Right? And they say, when it bangs, we're going to be here. That's his garbage. It's like, but who says you tried that before? Timo Werner was in the Premier League with a Chelsea team. It didn't work out for him. That's why I'm pissed. That's why I'm pissed, actually. I'm not pissed. It's not my club. But I have the same energy about everyone. Like, imagine if Man United, imagine if Arsenal tomorrow need a forward and they go and say, we'll go get Lukaku. Right? That would be like, what? Why are you getting Lukaku? Because he's doing well at Roma or he's doing all right. I'm like, what? But Lukaku was tried before. It didn't work out in the Premier League. And then they say, yes, we'll see if it works. I don't think that makes any sense, in my opinion. A couple of questions. Mo, what if Timo Werner bangs like Salah at Chelsea? Well, maybe. But I don't see it, though. I don't see it. I don't see it. Chelsea, Mo, does Newcastle need a 10 to get Isaac more chances? I actually said that Newcastle should have signed James Maddison. When James Maddison is available, they should have signed a number 10 because there's 3 midfielders without any creative midfielder like Odegaard, like KDB, like James Madison. I'm just giving examples. Like a number 10 that creates chances for them isn't working sometimes. You might need someone who creates chances from the center. And Bruno Guimaraes isn't that guy. Nor Longstaff, nor Joao Linton, not Tonali. You might need a number 10. Simple. Mark here is saying, Mo, what do you think? Paulo Dybala to United will work. Paulo Dybala might be very, very good player. Paulo Dybala is a great player for Man United. So, sorry, he's a great player, but he's injury prone. Big problem. Guys, almost 200 likes. So we need the likes to go up a little bit. Comparing Werner to Salah, that's kind of crazy though. Someone comparing Werner to Salah. Madison to Newcastle is a game changer now. I said that. I swear to God. In the summer, when people said, what do everybody need? I said, Newcastle need a number 10, need an out and out number 10. It doesn't have to be James Madison. They need an out and out number 10. They might need someone like Dybala, Newcastle as well. Like Newcastle, there is a 15 million euros release clause in Dybala's contract that can be activated until January 15th. I think Newcastle should jump on this. Even for a short term, what's 15 million for the rich Saudis? What's 15 million for the rich Saudis? Go get Dybala as a number 10 as an option. I don't not watch a lot of Eredivisie, so I don't know a lot about that. Dybala isn't finished. If you manage Dybala's minutes, he isn't finished. Every time he plays for Roma, he plays very, very well. Every time, actually. Paulo Dybala, every time he plays for Roma, he plays very, very well. But he's injury prone. That's the problem. So you need to manage his minutes. That's one of the biggest problems with Dybala, right? Dybala, he's 30 years old. Get him for 2 years. He already this year in 12 games has 4 goals and 6 assists for a defensive Roma side. Are you kidding me? Someone who played only 12 games and has 10 GA already in a very defensive Roma side. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. To say he's finished, he's not finished. He's not finished at all, in my opinion. So I'm just typing something. But yeah, listen, people. Send me other questions as well if you want to me answer questions. I appreciate you guys, like the subs. I appreciate the people that support the channel. 200 likes. Wallahi, if we get 202 likes, oh my, 202 likes. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. You guys are amazing. You guys are great. 200 likes. Wallahi, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody that subbed to the channel. I appreciate everyone that is supporting this channel. You know, of course, you guys have to stay on this stream because it's going to Hussam's stream, who is about to start. Hussam has 25k. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, Hussam. Love for the love. Love everybody that joined me. And by the way, tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK time, I got a fantastic show for you guys. A panel for a reaction for the games. Who is Hato? But I don't know. I don't watch a lot of. See, I'm not one of these guys, right? Who is? I'm not one of these guys who sit here and actually tell you I watch. To be honest, I'm an honest guy on this channel. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I watch Eredivisie or I watch Ligue 1. I don't watch a lot of these guys, so I just don't. So I don't know a lot about him. I can tell you from compilations, he looked all right. Alhamdulillah, Hakim. Alhamdulillah. Salah is going to be on the channel soon. He's going to be on the channel. Maybe I missed earlier. But what do you think about Arsenal? Oh, I had a whole section about Arsenal, Liverpool. Maybe you can go and watch it. I watched some of La Liga because the problem is, I watch every Premier League games, including the like Everton's versus Sheffield. I try to watch these games. I try to watch Brentford play Palace or something. I try to watch every game, and then I do content every day. So there's not a lot of time for me actually to do to watch La Liga or watch. And also I have a live once with you guys, and I promise you this, with you guys. I'm turning this into a full time now. Believe it or not, this is not my full time. I do 2 shows a day, and I go on Husam's channel. I'm gonna have a show with Sava on his channel, and this is not still my full time. I'm trying to make this my full time, but with your support is how I make this full time. With your support, your likes, your shares, of course, all of this. This is how I make this full time, and I leave my job because I had to start a job, as you guys know that. But it's your support. I'm almost at 10K. Your support is what is gonna make this a full time job for me. I promise you this. And I'm gonna have a once I reach 10K, we're gonna have a Q&A where you can ask me anything, anything, like anything. And also, I'm waiting for Hussam to start, of course. But no agendas anymore. Why? Agendas are great. I have agendas. Agendas are fantastic. Yes. Alhamdulillah, I see. Alhamdulillah, like I do shows daily. I grind daily. I do twice. Majority of the week, I do twice a day. So Alhamdulillah, like people subscribe to the channel. I see new names. Every day I see new names. Toon Tactics is saying we tried to sign Madison, but he preferred Spurs. Maybe you should have gone earlier instead of Tonali. You should offer more. What about the new incomings to enter? This guy, the right wing back. We'll see how it is. We'll see how the right wing back is gonna be. We'll see how the right wing back. Thank you so much. Wallahi, you are a great. See, well, the messages like this fill my. All right. I'm gonna let the people let you know. All right. Thank you, Nawaf. This is great. Yes, we're the best defense in the world, probably the best defense in the world at the moment. Alhamdulillah for everybody that is supporting this channel. You guys are supporting me. You guys are supporting me. To be honest, like I try to do my shows, I try to do solo shows, and I hope that you guys like these solo shows. We're gonna do them maybe soon. We get more people tuning in for these solo shows because we need more people tuning in, and we need these solo shows. And I want you to get involved with me. Like I want you to send me questions. I want you to send me questions, to get involved in the conversation. I want you send me questions, but send me somebody's asking me. Like I appreciate the guy. Fuck me, bro. Hassan, wallahi, this is see. Wallahi, Hassan, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much. Let's get Mo to 10K. You deserve all the success. Thank you so much, Hassan, for this. Appreciate you. I'm gonna leave this here. W guys for Hassan in the chat. W for Hassan in the chat. Wallahi, W for Hassan in the chat. Everybody, I'm actually gonna do a lot of W's for Hassan. A lot of W's. This is just me saying Hassan, big up Hassan for this. Big up, wallahi. W is for supporting the channel. I'm telling you guys, your support is how I make this full time. I'm trying. We're trying. Make this your views, your likes, your absolutely support is what makes this 10 almost 10K. And listen, people, I'm doing a solo show, 250 people. Wallahi, you guys are fantastic people. And you guys are absolutely brilliant people. Thank you, Hassan, for supporting me, You have been there since we had 2K, 10K almost. A lot of people. Daniel is here. Hannibal is here. SE was here, right? And SkullX was here. Oh my God, everybody was here from what? From the beginning of this channel. Wallahi, this is like, you guys, like, to be honest, I don't know. Ahmed Suleiman want to argue with you about the Chelsea project footage. Oh, the Chelsea project. Talk to me, Ahmed. Long time no see, Ahmed. Long time no see. Multiple agendas, but you're a good guy. I have agendas. Okay, so when you guys say I have agendas, for example, I do. Like, what I mean, I have agendas. Like, I do. Like, everybody has agendas. Like, for example, I don't like how Jack Grealish plays. I don't like how Nunes plays football. I don't like Richarlison, but I like Mohamed Salah. I actually like Saka, for example. And when I mean agendas, what do you mean you're not? What does that have to do with what is this commentary? It's all right. We're all friends. We're all brothers. We're all doing this for the good of things. I'm gonna leave Hassan Ali's comment out here, but I have agendas. This is like when you guys say agendas, but I try to be objective. When I tell you something, I give you a an explanation for it. Like for example, if I tell you I don't like Nunes, I tell you why I don't like Nunes. I actually explain why I don't like Darwin Nunes. This, if you want to call this an agenda, I call it. When I tell you, for example, I don't want Manchester City to win the league this year, it's not because I hate Manchester City at all. I actually don't hate anybody. Maybe a little bit of Man United, a little bit, but I feel sorry for them now, right? But the reason why I don't want Manchester City, and I think Daniel gets it. Me and Daniel, we talk. He messages me on Twitter, of course. Me and Daniel here messages me around. Like the reason why I don't want Manchester City to win the league is not because I hate Man City. It's because I want someone else to win it. Does that make sense? I want a new winner. Like if Man City win it 4 years in a row, I think it ruins the Premier League, in my opinion. This is my point. This is what you guys call this an agenda. It's up to you to call it an agenda, but I believe it's not an agenda. It's not. Like for example, when I say Kai Havertz, now you have an agenda against Kai Havertz, but I don't like how the guy plays football. So definitely, I'm have an agenda with him. Everybody has their favorites. Everybody has their things. So yes, of course I do. But it's as simple as you have to understand. You know what I mean? You have to understand that this is, if you call that an agenda, and it's my opinion. You like it, you don't like it. But anyway, I want to thank everybody that joined me. We're all gonna stay here because we're all gonna celebrate with Hussam. This is football. 25K. Oh, Richard was supporting. How long would you give Arteta to win the Premier League? Wallahi, I don't know, Richard. He has a chance this year, Richard. He has a chance this year, Richard. But the problem is, if he doesn't win it and he finishes 10 points behind the league, I think he's going to get sacked, Richard. But how long? He has to win it this year. He might have to win it this year because City aren't in the great place. But we'll see. But how many years I give him? There is not how many years. He might stay 2-3 years and he might not win it. Does that make sense? He might not win it. He like this phase thing, like he needs to be backed in this January transfer window, and we'll see where this takes him. If he finishes within a point or two of the league leaders, we'll say this is a we'll say this is a progression. But if not, wallahi, thank you so much, Hakeem. Why do you want to shut me up? Why do you want to shut me up? We put you on your knees. Your manager was on his knees in the final, begging, because he didn't know what to do. He thought the game would be easy, but it wasn't easy. But fair enough, you were the better team and you won. Yeah, you were the better team and you won. Of course. But yes, anything. Thank you so much, people. Yeah, you guys like this. I like this, actually. I like this very, very much, to be honest. But big up everybody. Big up the people that send super chats. Mafia boss, Hassan Ali supporting the channel. And how long would you give Arteta? Of course, from Richard. Thank you, people. But stay here. Don't go anywhere. 200 people. I want all of you on Hossam's channel to say Mo is raid. Mo is raid. I want everyone to say Mo is raid on Ossam's channel. When you go, Footy, Judge Mo's raid. Judge Mo's raid on Ossam's channel, people. So stay here. Don't go anywhere because it's taken to Osam. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the super chatters. Who is winning? I have no idea. Wallahi, Alexis Isa. I have no idea who's winning the African Cup of Nations. But people, I want to appreciate you. Big up Hassan, of course, for the support. Big up for the big super chat, the big donation for the channel. Appreciate you, Hassan, for that. Well, I don't hate United. Why? So I don't hate United, but in the era of when United used to be like very, very successful, when Cristiano Ronaldo was there and all the stuff, for some reason, United knocked Inter out of the Champions League in 08-09, and United were so dominant. So maybe that's why. I don't hate them, but their fans were annoyed. There was a lot of bandwagon fans for Man United at that time. A lot of bandwagon fans for Man United at that time. Like people that jumped on the Man United when they were winning everything and stuff. A lot of bandwagon fans, and I don't like bandwagon fans, to be honest. I'm not about that life at all. Like, so you get what I'm saying? I don't hate, to be honest. The word hate is not like, I don't hate. Okay, I hate Juventus. I literally hate Juventus. I really hate Juventus, to be honest. But like, for because they're in Italy, of course, I don't like AC Milan at all. I don't like AC Milan. But yes, anyway, you listen. In every period of time, there are fans that are annoying. There are fans that are annoying. Every period of time. Barcelona fans, for the longest time, they were the most annoying fan base in the world. They supported Barcelona because of Messi, right? And that's how why they supported Barcelona. And I'm like, I didn't like that. You know what I mean? Like you support, and they thought football. They thought football is all about passing to Messi and Messi dribbling five guys, and he's winning the game. That's what they thought football is. They thought football is about let's pass to Messi. Messi dribble, 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 and he scores a goal. Yeah, bravo. But that's not football. That's not the football I grew up with. But yeah, anyway, listen, people, I really appreciate you guys. I want to thank everybody that is here. Thank everybody that supported the channel. We're almost at 250 likes. 10 likes away from 250 likes. 200 likes from 250 likes. So we have 200 people. So I think there is 10 of you that haven't hit that like button. So hit that like button for me. And let's reach 250 likes underneath your live chat. And stay on this stream. I want to end this on 250 likes, people. Come on. 9 likes away from get on your burners. See, we're almost there. We're almost there. Hit that like button, people, because the like button is the only way this channel is going to grow. I actually stay here. Don't go anywhere. And we'll see you guys soon. Stay on this. We'll go to Hussam. And congratulations, of course, to This Is Football.